Phoenix Squadron, form up and focus fire.
Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Phoenix Squadron Swoo here with another commentary for a Luke versus Ani game. We got Luke on the Tarkin Town and Ani on Colossus. We're getting in pretty early here, so what happened turn one, Ryan?
Looks like we have a red squadron Y-wing and a Arc 170, restored Arc 170 here going down. We do see that initiative going over to the Ani player, getting a good trade here, which is, you know, as Anis do. And we got that restore, so he only takes 1 damage on that pump swing. We do see a red 5 come down. Honestly, tough, because that Arc 170 is going to once... Oh, well, we're not going to claim. Okay.
Concord.
We are going to see... Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh.
Are we going to be able to get 2 for 1?
Kinda. He's gonna have to Tarkin Town.
He can also
no,
Luke
he doesn't
ability.
even have to Tarkin Town. He just Luke's ability. Yeah, I almost was expecting a claim from the Ani side just to get a 2 for 1 trade there. I know we don't play a card, but we save a card. Yeah, because we are gonna get 2 for 1 here. We're not even gonna need to use the ping. This is fast, so he isn't going to take the 1 damage from the Concord swinging back.
I do think he waves goodbye at the units too as they leave the board.
Oh, that's crazy. The red 5 does stay alive. This is a tough spot. Yeah, I was totally expecting just a straight up claim and then swing for decent trades there from Daniel, but we do see a Yoda come out on the ground, try to stem some of this bleeding, but a red 5 in Anakin and Tarkin Town, like that is a yes. This is what's about to happen. We see the ping, and then we see the Tarkin Town. Tough board state right off the rip. We're turn what 4, turn 3.
Pretty swarmed out.
Yeah, this
Luke
got out
here.
of control super fast. Got out of control super fast.
He said, "Who is your father?" So a lot of new JTL cards we're seeing here. I mean, Luke alone, you know, new JTL leader. Maybe just some unfamiliarity with some of the plays there, but yeah, so Luke is pinging 1 damage for every time a fighter does damage.
A fighter attacks, I think, yeah.
And the red 5, I think, does 2 damage on any damaged unit.
Yes.
So really plays into the Tarkin Town, and you know, kind of helps with the math with the Luke ping there, so those work together.
It is a lot of damage you have to like figure out how you deal with, or yeah. It can be super troublesome. See a Perilous getting that red 5 off the board, which is good because that red 5 is a massive threat, especially if Luke gets onto it, because then Luke can do the on attack ability and then the red 5 can do the on attack ability, and you can't remove the Luke because his leader ability, and it just becomes a freaking problem. We see a lot of damage coming in here on the ground.
I had the smuggle Cassian. That's gonna be 6 to base there, so we got 0 to 9 here.
Yeah, and once Anakin falls this far behind, it is pretty hard to come back. So generally, like, that's the game plan going into Ani decks, is clear the board, because you attacking into their units, if you're able to trade it, feels good, but if they're able to pump and get extra value out of theirs, it feels bad. So Chaz is in a good spot here to pretty much lock down the board, and so long as he can keep any threats off the board from making good trades, he should be in a decent spot to continue pressing this advantage, and it'll be hard for Ani to get back up, because Ani's always looking to try to get some of that tempo back with Conquered Dawns or Village Protectors, forcing additional actions to kill 1 unit. But if there's some way we can pump or otherwise to get rid of it, or, you know, even the Luke ping to like finish off a unit, it gets dicey.
Ooh, an Anakin dry here.
Yeah, Anakin dry, never what we really want to see. Holding 3 could be a saber. If it was a Village Protector, would have gone down already.
Maybe we want to see a saber on the Anakin. That's what we're representing there. But it does look like Chaz is looking for a clean answer. He goes for the piercing shot.
Piercing shot puts 3. I imagine he's gonna swing with the... Yeah, we do see the lightsaber come out. I imagine he was trying to swing with the fighter and get the ping, and then swing the Cassian in and just get the Ani up the...
Second piercing shot.
go. That's 6 out of 10 damage. We only need 4 more, so that option still remains on the board for the Luke ping damage. So yeah, we're doing the 3 there, I would imagine.
He does get the -2,
Oh, no,
-2 from the
into it. He's attacking into it. That's what's happening. Yeah.
saber there. Yep.
I'm sorry. Chad's turns for some reason. Okay. So because of that, yeah, he's able to aggressively protect. Oh no, he's not, because the Luke does the on attack. Yeah, he's gonna clear both. That's tough. I forgot about the Luke.
Yeah, so that's Luke on a fighter. If he's on a fighter,
Yeah,
he'll do
Luke on a
3 damage on attack.
Yeah, super strong ability, super annoying. A game ender if it's on red 5.
Yeah,
And you don't have a clean
lot of
answer.
work.
Yeah, the fact that you can't confiscate Luke off is tough. Can't defeat him as an upgrade.
He does he give the unit any kind of protection? It just becomes a
Just
regular leader
protection.
unit.
Yeah. The answer is rival falls, or like a big -6/-6 would kill it in this particular situation.
Yeah. So we get a Luke crawl there, just -3/-3. It's enough to kill the fleet lieutenant. And then what do we have here? That looks like a new JTL card.
Stay on target, I believe that is. Pushes additional damage to base. I will say Daniel did a fantastic job of wiping this board, but we see a massive push in space right now. Oh, not a rebel there. Can't get the wing leader off. So we are instead just gonna see a swarm pop out in space. We've gone through 2 Conquered Dawns already, or is it just 1? 2 Conquered Dawns. So maybe some redemptions in space to gum it up. I think we've been 2-2 for 2, right?
I believe so. Because
Yeah, we saw the red 5 take one out. Yeah, we saw the red 5 take one out, and we saw this one take him out. So yeah, we're looking at redemptions and conquers to try to swing tempo and action advantage back over to Ani. That hot shot maneuver does 2 damage to that Luke, and then another 3 from the Luke leader ability for a total of, I think, 5 damage, killing Luke on the ground and getting a swing in. It is not looking great at all.
This is a JTL representation deck here. This should have been the spotlight deck, because this is just all JTL cards in this deck. It's good to see.
Good to see. Yeah, good to see. And we do see, what was it, 4, 5, 6 damage. Oh, and we do see a redemption. So Daniel is drawing his outs. He is drawing his outs. Is he going to do the full heal? I think.
I mean, on the Luke swing, he's got to try and maybe keep 3 on there just so he doesn't give it away for free. But yeah,
well, he's gonna eat 3 at least right now, and then there's 3 indirect. So he's putting on enough to soak it, so that he's got 5 damage on, which will survive if Chaz swings both units into it this turn. So smart play there, and keeps a sentinel. However, I think we are going to see a wing leader go down. Oh no, we see a Sabine's. Interesting. Oh, we see both. Yeah, sure.
Puts it on the Sabines.
Yes, puts it on the Sabines. And we are not choosing to swing everything into, because we can't kill it, obviously.
This is a double red deck here, so only red here. What is the red giving our Sabine's masterpiece?
Damage ping.
Nice.
I wonder if I would have. No, I don't know. It's kind of desperation times here for the Ani player. I'm not sure what can be done here, aside from killing the Luke. But now, unless he draws another redemption for his 3rd Conquered Dawn, a lot of this damage is just gonna start flowing in.
Yeah, this space is.
Oh, we're gonna see. Oh, yep, maximizing indirect damage with the red squadron coming in first, ensuring that 3 hits the base. Is that pillage?
Pillage.
Dropping an IG and a wing leader out of the hand. Not really too much of a concern. The wing leader would have been nice, obviously, but 6 damage now coming in, because it's 3 plus 2 XP plus the ping.
Ping can go to base or unit.
Yes.
Great.
Can we? Daniel drew all of his answers. I don't know if it's gonna matter. We see a Cassian smuggle out on the ground. Brutal. Brutal. We're gonna see 3 damage, I imagine, pushed in here. Yeah. And that 1 restore does help, but I wonder if Chaz is wondering if he's just gonna throw these 2 weenies into the car. I think you do, because you open it up for the next turn to get the damage in. Yeah, so we do see that. We open up the lane for the next turn to swing the Sabines for game. And right now, Daniel has to draw answers to the Sabine
And
as well as to
Cassian on the ground.
Cassian. And, yeah, there's nothing in the deck
Looks like we scoop it up
aside
here.
from another redemption that would get him out of this. And I think he doesn't run 2 in the main. I don't think he runs 2 in the main.
Could you go into why we saw the pillage first before the Concord Dawn? What's the? Is it just,
The thought process there's just to break the turn.
or we do see the
Yeah, putting the
Cassian from
Concord.
Rome?
What did he have up?
So he
I'd have to rewatch.
Yeah,
I can't remember.
we
my
threw
brain right now.
redemption first, and then we got the gray, the Y wing or whatever, the 3 indirect damage swing, and then we saw the pillage before the Sabine's masterpiece. So he was able to get the big swing in with the Sabine's masterpiece, which is 3 plus the 2 experience tokens plus the ping. So that was huge. So just trying to get in the mind and see what we were worried about in hand versus getting hit with 6 from Sabine.
Chaz a big upside down and right side up card player. I can't do that. That would drive me insane.
Oh yeah, that's a good.
I'm getting triggered. Just
I can't watch.
watching him Oh, my brain hurts. Tweaking over here a little bit. All right, so we see initiative. What token are we using? Are we using
It's
the
the
orange
yellow.
one?
It's the yellow.
So is it going to Chaz?
It looks like.
Oh no, we're
yeah,
using the yellow. I see the orange one at the top. Okay, yeah, we see. I see the button.
Yeah. So again, sideboard options for the Ani, or just general game plan changes.
I saw disablings go in. I don't know how good disablings are against Luke though, because or at least Luke Red, because I know Luke Blues run the lightsabers, but Luke Red, like, he can't be defeated. You're hitting attachments off, maybe. I think the only other pilot in this deck is Biggs, so you could hit a Biggs off. But I think it's mainly XP we're targeting, and putting a 3 cost 1 XP removal. I don't know if that feels the best. Yeah, I don't know. I do not know. Maybe we see. I definitely think we see a second redemption or more redemptions get pushed in here.
Some more late game kind of stuff.
Yeah, and like if it's me, I have vigilance. This is in my blue decks. Like, vigilance is such a good card. Kill something, heal 5 all day long.
Especially
like, I'll
on
take
that
that every day
35
of the
base.
week.
Yeah, on that 35 base,
Yeah.
you're already.
I mean, you're getting to it. Like, you're like, it's. I think vigilance is so freaking good. I love vigilance. It's my favorite. One of my favorite cards.
We flashed
So we
a
do
3
see
A
the
wings.
Green Squadron A wings.
Yeah, not bad. It'll flood the space.
Yeah, not bad. You know, I might keep that hand depending on what's going on. But that is funny.
So we did see a couple Concord Dawns come down.
We saw all 3 of them come down.
Yeah,
actually.
that couldn't hold off the air superiority that Luke and the boys had.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to think back if he claims and he kills the red squadron on the turn 2, I think it was. If that game goes any different, I don't think so. Might be a wash.
All right, so we're going into game 2. We got 1-0 for the Luke player. starting off with the Green A Squadron A-Wing.
Yeah, that's something you do have to remember against Luke is like your Concords are not going to do what they should be doing just because he swings in with 3 and then pokes it with Luke and it takes it down.
We do see a claim from the Ani, so we're going into turn 2 here. Concord.
No turn 1 play, which is tough. Yeah, just like that other Sabine matchup we saw. It is tough not having a perfect turn 1 answer into any aggro decks. And then seeing A-Wing with XP on it. That's tough. That's going to go over your A-Wings as well and survive.
Yeah, how big is that thing hitting for? 5?
It's hitting for 5. Used to be a hallmark of the set 1 Sabine players is turn 1 Rebel, turn 2 Wing Leader or Fleet Lieutenant. And it's obviously a lot of people are not opting as much for the Wing Leaders because it's a little bit slower. But it is super scary still. Like pumping a Rebel up +2/+2.
So we do see 5 damage come in, but we do get the Kanan for a little bit of restore action that should be coming out next turn here. So
yeah, and it's just the typical aggro thing that we're seeing here now is like you have to have the answers against aggro or it can spiral fast. There is a little bit more leeway here with that 35 health base. That Kanan will help to stabilize slightly, but if we see a lot more aggression come out here, and we do see the card aggression played here for 4 damage there, and then we will see the ping, and then what I don't know what he readied the A-Wing. Oh, that hurts because it's got raid 2. So he did 10 damage in that turn with that A-Wing. That is
So for the viewers out there that don't play too much double red here, what are the modes that he chose there from the aggression?
He chose to ready a unit with 3 or less power, which the A-Wing has 3 or less power because it's 1/3 with raid 2 and then 2 XP, so it brings it to 3. And then he did 4 damage to kill the Kanan and the 1 damage from the Luke to finish off the Kanan. The other thing he could have done there was strip 2 upgrades, but there were no targets, and draw a card, which was obviously also not really ideal.
So that again just
and yeah, these Conquerors
answers.
just not enough. Yeah, these Conquerors just not enough. Like against most other space aggression decks, they're fine, but like the fact that he can push a 3 damage and then ping it is tough. But obviously, as we saw in the hand here, we have a clean answer with a were we going for a Tarkin Town? Interesting. So we're not going for an open fire. We're going for a Tarkin Town Wing Leader play here. Another 5 coming in, and maybe we'll see a unit. Yep, we see a Cassian for additional damage. And we're at 20 now. That A-Wing getting
a lot of
value. Yeah.
You know what I like to see too? The quickness of play is from the Luke here. Just very comfortable with the deck.
I'm having to keep up. I'm having to lock in over here.
Very comfortable with his deck. He knows his lines, and it's good to see.
Yeah.
So what answers are we looking for here on the Anakin side here? We are at Anakin flip.
A disabling or takedown in that case does take care of that A-Wing, which is the highest priority because it's swinging for 5. So we do see it go down. Even a Perilous. So that A-Wing pretty easy to finish off, but obviously might be too little too late at this point. We do see an Ani flip. Ani is going to hit like a freaking truck. He's going to hit for 8 at this current point in time. But it might be too little too late. We see an open fire. Which kind of telegraphs potentially a Cassian trade into the Ani. We do not have enough resources here for
a lightsaber.
Yeah, if I'm sitting on the Luke side, maybe a covering the wing could come out, protect the Ani. We do see that trade go out. And we've reset the board here. Once again, Daniel doing a decent job of swinging the board back, but this is tough.
And is that the 1/3?
Did we see Luke deploy?
Damage? Luke has not been deployed. Yeah, it looks like we
skipped the Luke deploy. Interesting. So probably gonna want to get it on the
something bigger, something
piloting. Yeah, rather than just pushing 4. There's an argument to be made, I think, for just deploying on ground and pushing 4. When I played the Boba Yellow, a lot of the times, like, if you're doing aggro, you're doing aggro things. Like, yeah, I might not get my value on my pilot, but yeah, I'm deploying on ground, swinging for 4 immediate. So interesting to see if that math is going to matter in this
Is he
match.
4? I think he's a 5'6".
He's a 5'6". That's even scarier.
Yeah, 5'6" pick up sticks, as some may say. All right, so we're going in 1
Some people may say
damage here and 3 indirect.
probably gonna soak the 2 indirect here. Oh, we're soaking 1 and pushing the rest of the base.
Okay.
Oh, because he does want to keep it out of the Luke range. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, that's scary. Even that, yeah, those Y-wings, and then you get that 1 ping going down. You catch someone sleeping with that, and you get a nice trade. That's pretty gross. Interesting.
Wild
we're seeing
Rancor.
a Rancor come down.
The double red. We're seeing some cards we typically don't
Double
see.
red. Craziness.
So Wild Rancor, can you remember the ability there? Is that what's that doing, and why was that such
Takes
a
2
good
damage
value?
to all other units, all other ground units.
Right, so Sabine just gets taken out for free. Big healthy Rancor. I think it's huge too, with like overwhelm or something too. It's got something crazy.
I believe it does have overwhelm.
All right, so
I see Luke come down,
Luke.
and can it not kill the Rancor?
I think he wanted to get rid of the pilot.
Okay.
Maybe pilot target, but we still see no flip on the Luke. Because yeah, that would take him to 28. And with the Rancor, I would think that might be.
Is that daring?
So daring raid, 2
Interesting.
damage there. We do see the flip.
And we're opting to
Trade.
kill the Luke. Interesting. So if he flipped last turn, Daniel would be at 33 if he goes for base this turn too, right? Because 5 from last turn, 5 from this turn.
Yes.
Luke would be on the board, but
He
super
probably-
interesting. What was that? Arrivals?
Arrivals kills the Rancor.
So Daniel does have a chance here. His top end, I do believe, is bigger than Chaz's. We could see crates, we could see redemptions, we could see more Lukes. See a Saw Gerrera come
Saw
down,
Gerrera.
threatening more damage. I see a claim here. Do we see a claim? We see a claim.
Claim.
Yeah, so if Chaz had opted to deploy the Luke and get 10 damage in, that Luke on Daniel's side obviously swings and gets a 3 heal in. Maybe he gets rivaled.
Correct me if
Hard to
I'm
tell.
wrong here, but the Saw Gerrera, I think it does some kind of damage whenever you play an event.
Whenever the opponent plays an event, correct.
2 damage?
I'm not seeing the best draws here. I think it's 2 for Chaz to close out this match. Just got some wonky cards here. We got a lot of removal.
Fire, remove that restored arc, stop the heal.
I wonder if almost the aggression into a draw. No. This is why we have aggression. Never mind me. Ignore me.
Yeah, so what's the aggression line here? We're gonna defeat
We're
an
gonna
upgrade
strip and
and
damage.
damage. There it is. Open the lane back up. That's a card draw. The new card draw blue air unit.
I'm starting to think that extra 5 damage on the ground would have mattered substantially.
Yeah, I mean, 1 redemption with an open space. That thing would start swinging for 6. Again, Tarkin Town base. Only 25 health there, so we could see it turn the tides if we get a little heal.
Clean answer, but we do see that damage coming. That would have killed Daniel, I think. Right? If he had...
If you had the 5 extra
5?
swing, yeah.
Oh, no, but he hits the restore 3 from the Luke. I don't know. Tough. Tough. Hard to see where that line would go.
And I think this is an IG we're seeing here. Popular
It
in
is
the
an
OP
IG.
packs, and I just don't remember what that card does at all. Great commentary
On
by
attack,
Nick.
there's 3 damage to a damage unit.
Okay, so
I think it's 3.
clean
Maybe it might be
answer
2.
to the space. He does start swarming out. We get another
We get another hot shot maneuver.
hot shot maneuver.
They're waiting for me to...
Yeah, these JTL cards, I just cannot.
It's funny. My memory is terrible for literally 99% of everything else in my life, but I can remember all the cards.
I mean, I still saw that, but I'm gonna ask, yeah, what did that What did that do there? That killed the unit?
So he picks a unit, and for each on attack ability that unit has, he can do 2 damage to a different different units per
Okay.
damage, I think. And then he gets to attack as well, I believe.
All right,
We do
so
see
we
that redemption
see the
sneak
redemption come out. He's healing the full 8. Yeah, that 5 damage from the Luke would definitely have brought him closer.
in. Oh, it would have been 10, I think, honestly, if he doesn't trade with the duder. We do see a piercing shot go through to kill that redemption. I think we see a claim there. We see another 5 go up. We see another 2, and
We're just
a
looking
Sabine
for...
send. Oof.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So we're swarmed out here.
We're swarmed out. I don't think there's another answer. Maybe another redemption to stall, but Annie has such a hard time clearing multiple units at once.
Yeah, you need that nebula ignition.
Yeah, I need Nebula Ignition, Daniel. It's the second time.
And we see the scoop there. Yeah, no answer to clear that board state there. So, yeah, Luke, double red, new Luke. Very interesting deck.
Yeah.
Haven't seen too much of it. You know,
It has some really good play into Annie, just because like it doesn't care about your village protectors. It doesn't care about your conquered dawns. It will blow through them. And then he's got a lot of removal to prevent you from getting good trades, which is like keeping the board clear. So yeah, tough matchup for Daniel here. I think Daniel's had like super tough matchups on the channel. But yeah, it was cool seeing a JTL heavy deck. Yeah.
great. And thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that matchup, and we stay tuned for more commentary, more games.